Well, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy C-Zar, and we are talking about 28 different altcoins today. I believe they are all altcoins, so it should be 28 of them. Without any further ado, let's get into the list right now. If you guys would like to hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. I appreciate all of you for coming. And yeah, let's get into it. So Spell and High Street for Coach Nick. XRP for the Unleavened Baptist, CLORE, and Fort for Gem Zero. We talk about BIF for the Unleavened Baptist as well. Baby Pepe on BNB for Mr. Eggroll Man, Colana and ABT for Silos, Linu for Slowkey, SOL and YFI for Flower Child, Manta for Elijah Winup, Kimbo for Jordan Bailey, MLN for Michael Alberts, DERO for Ave, CVP and DAO for Ashugarg. Pepe versus Wojak, we're going to do a little comparison there for Mug Music, SUI and Dogelon Mars for Bruce Wayne, Mr. Superman himself. We've got Shiba Inu for Stu1 Dividend, CPH and PLI for Uncown User, DNT and MIR for Brian Marion, ABT and AERO for Joshua Sanker. And without any more of an introduction, let's just get into it, guys. Let's do this because it's going to be a decently long video, and I don't want to spend too much time with the introduction. So let's just hop right into it. So Spell on TradingView here, looking at it. Also, guys, hope everybody stuck around. Hope nobody panic sold with this. What they call a move like this today is it's a shakeout. This is 100% a shakeout. So hope nobody got shaken out. Yes, we absolutely could go lower, and this goes for cryptos across the board, but you never know, man. You never know. Maybe it goes lower, maybe it doesn't go lower. That could have been it, Those are some pretty big wicks to the downside. But sometimes what gets wicked will get candlesticked, as they say. Let's see. Yeah, tipped that. Kind of found a rejection, an immediate rejection from it. So I mean, it's not crazy. You are overbought. I would like to see you come out of the overbought zone a little bit. That could promote the idea that you see multiple weeks where you just don't head up, but you're consolidating kind of in this area, right? Between like this low, between that high, consolidating in this area. You could go lower. Maybe I know you found your low recently at 2010, but you could go down to like 30s, 95, 94, something like that before you start really like heading up again. Or amidst this consolidation, I should say. You do have hidden bullish divergence, which is where you have these lower lows coming in with higher lows. But let's get a green day before. It's not technically confirmed until you get a green day. So if you keep getting red days, this actually will not be hidden bullish divergence. It'll be just bearish convergence. You did have bearish divergence. I would say that that's basically been fulfilled, but again, I'd like to see you have gone a little bit lower. So you actually might have lower to go. Even if you go up from here, I think you might have lower to go. 4 hour looking weak, daily looking like it could roll over as well. 1 hour is looking weak as well. Yeah, if I really had to guess, let's back it back out to the weekly here. If I really had to guess, I'd say that you're probably going to go just below that 201 area, probably around 3094 to 3098 is what it's looking like. So, and I'd put more money on that 3094 area. Now, are you going to go there immediately? Because you kind of did this immediate move yesterday, as did a lot of cryptos. I don't think it's going to be immediate. I think you're going to work your way down, and maybe you move up first. Maybe you do move all the way back up to 2015, 14 area, and then move down. That wouldn't be crazy at all. Form a lower high in this way, but I think you will work your way down here to that 3094-ish area. Anyways, that's Spell. High Street, High USD. I wonder, I was actually thinking about this earlier, meme USD. There is, okay, I was like, there should be a crypto that has meme as its ticker. I feel like that'd be golden. But I've never heard of it before, so maybe it's a scam. Just because I haven't heard of it doesn't mean it's a scam, though. There's plenty of coins I haven't heard of that have been around and haven't been scams, but top to bottom, 0.5 rejection, 382 support. Looking good, looking pretty damn good. I do like your weekly RSI, I must say. Daily RSI doesn't look bad. Hidden bullish divergence for sure. Not confirmed until you get a green day, but I do like that you went below the 382. You actually tipped your 123 moving average, and now you're closing above your 382 is really nice. You could go lower in this as well. You absolutely could come back down to about $1.50. You're at $1.83 now. You could, holding these higher lows still, but that might have been it for this one. You might be kind of same idea. You might be consolidating still in this area and getting ready to break out at a later date, but looking pretty good, looking resilient, I suppose, better than most things are right now. I do think you're working your way up, but I wouldn't say that you're going to be moving up this week. It could happen. Sometimes after a big shakeout like this, you do see fast movements upwards, as like a quick reversal, but you might be consolidating, working your way up above this $2.60 area over the coming weeks, coming months. Who knows how long it takes, but eventually, with the way this bottom looks, this nice little shape down here, right, eventually you will see a nice breakout that will take you well above $5 even, man. This does look kind of interesting. I wonder, I'm curious about this one a little bit, actually, just because I like where you are relative to your low areas here. Not a lot to go off of, huh? That's okay. That's okay. Let's go to CoinMarketCap. Maybe that'll, man, I hate CoinMarket. I like CoinMarketCap. I don't hate it, but I'll show you. This is why. White screen of death. That's why. I can't make it. Oh, there we go. There's nighttime mode. Okay. I was never able to find that until just now. So, anyways, High Street. Max supply is not listed. Circulating supply is this. I don't like that it's not completely diluted, but hey, I mean, as long as it's not pumping out those coins in a short amount of time, I really do like this bottom. I really do like that bottom. And with that kind of market cap, where is it? At 92 million, essentially like 100 million. There's a lot of room for growth in this thing. I want to look at it one more time, real quick. Interesting. That's the market cap, and that's the price. So there are coins being minted. You see how the price looks dramatically more bearish than the market cap does? The market cap's actually kind of bullish, where the price has actually been having lower highs and lower lows. Nonetheless, I do kind of like the structure of this, but again, that coins being minted, being put into circulation might hinder the ability for this thing to grow too much higher. Like right now it looks like it can get there, but if more coins pump, the market cap might grow exponentially, but the price may not. So just keep that in mind. I'm kind of bummed because it looks nice, but I don't like this comparison to the market cap and the price. But I don't know the full tokenomics of it, so maybe there's like an initial allocation that just came out. Some coins got unlocked. Maybe it's got a really quick mining rate and it's getting diminished. I don't know what the story is behind that thing, but I just do charts, man. I don't care to look at the fundamentals. If it's something I invest in or something that's requested, I will do fundamentals, but I've had people request fundamentals on a few different coins, guys, and I really don't have time. I don't have time to go into it. I can't just make a quick little 3 to 4 minute video if I'm going to talk about fundamentals. I have to give you the hows and whys and the facts, right? Where technical analysis is not necessarily a fact, it's subjective, but it's based in objective facts on the charts comparing to other things, but the heading that you predict is completely subjective, where fundamentals it's all facts. So I'd have to do more studying versus just kind of freeballing it like I'm doing now. Anyways, 618 to 69 hit, pulled back to the 236. I really like that. I don't think you're going to go lower than that. XRP, I think that was definitely a shakeout. You could go lower, but I don't think you're going to go lower than this. I don't. I think you're holding these higher lows. I think if you look at it's on Coinbase. I'm like, this does not look right. Okay, there we go. Same thing though. I don't think you're going to go lower. I think you will hold it. If you look at this for what it is, you're in an upward channel. I think you're working your way up right now. I think, again, you could go lower from here, though I just don't think you go lower than that, and inevitably you will go above these highs. I like the daily RSI. It looks nice. I like the weekly RSI. It looks fine. It looks fine to me. Low here, lower low here, low here, higher low there. That's hidden bullish divergence. You're likely going to see this high be taken out. I don't think this high is going to get taken out. It will eventually, but just the more immediate target is above here, but below here. So XRP looks fine in my opinion. again, as far as like what does it do immediately, I don't know. It could move up after a big move down like that. You could get some serious recoil, or like a bounce, some quick recovery. But you also very well could lag, consolidate around here for the next couple days or so. But I would think within like the next week or so, you're going to continue to move upwards. Any time spent down here, it's not going to be for long. So good area to accumulate. Not financial advice, but it's a good area to accumulate. Chlor USD on Mexi. Let's do it. Double top, not a friendly look, my friend. That's not a friendly look at all. With the way this is looking, this is a little preemptive, but with the way this is looking, you could see prices down at 7.57 to 5.32 cents. You could see them down there, down in this area, even lower. Something like this, you could see a deep extension, and there is price action down here to make sense out of it. That this would kind of be in the middle of nowhere, so I would think you'd go lower, but you don't have to. You could hold support. That's not technically a likelihood yet. It's just a likelihood based off of this double top, but off the fibs, that would only become a likelihood if you broke clean below the 14.76 cent area. If you can close below there, especially on a first pass, this becomes dramatically more likely. Right now, I'm definitely considering it, but let's keep our eyes focused on this little white zone here first. I do think you're going to work your way down. Let's see how you do with that. Yeah, I do. I think you're going to work your way down. Let's just see how you do. See how you do before we get too bearish on it. But yeah, that's a bearish looking daily RSI, man. I'm not a fan of the weekly RSI, and I'm definitely not a fan of the price action. So this kind of setup, man, if we're looking at this kind of grand fib from the it's not really that grand, but it's grand for what we have. I would think, yeah, man. I would think you move down here to 5 cents, potentially down to 3 cents, anywhere down there. But again, let's wait and see what you do with this golden ratio first, 14.7 to 13.7 cents, that area. Let's see what you do with that. But down, nonetheless down. F-O-R-T, fort. What do you eat soup with? A fork. I eat mine with a spoon. Leave in the comments if you know what that's from, what show that's from. If you're a 90s kid or a maybe late 80s or like a maybe not early 2000s, you wouldn't know, I guess. But anyways, let's see here. Top to bottom, breaking above the 382, holding above the 382. I like that, especially in the midst of today's mania. I like this. Yeah, it actually looks nice. Hidden bullish divergence presenting itself. It's not confirmed until you get a green day, but I do like that you're showing resilience around the 382. This would lead me to believe that you go up to 30.5 cents, 35.3 cents, something like that. Overbought, looking nice. Daily RSI, I'm a fan of it. I really am a fan of it. I would like to see you move up from here, though. I wouldn't like to see you close below that 382. If you close below the 382, this can go from a good look to a sad look really fast. And if it's sad, it's not going to be too sad. You'd move back down to like 15 cents. Did I say? I said 30 and 30.5. I hope I said 30 and 35 cents, not 3 cents. Anyways, I'm sorry. You might move back down to like 13 cents, 14 cents, 15 cents, lower than that. It's possible. You're still in this accumulation range, so even moving down here, that wouldn't be a bad thing retrospectively, just more in the immediate term. If you don't want to see that, don't close below this 382. If you do that, down you go. But I like it so far. As long as you're closing above this 382, and if you could rather immediately get a green day to close and start building and get above this daily close on a closing basis, I think you're moving up to 30 to 35 cents, somewhere in that area. That's Fort. Let's talk about Biff. Bonk with hat. We're going to do it on Dex Screener. Biff. I think this is what you're wanting, right? 3.9 million. Log. All right. So it hasn't existed for a long time. Came about in the meme coin run that we just had. I don't have a huge opinion on this. Maybe it does well. A lot of the with hat ones seem to be doing well for whatever reason. That's just the theme of it. This kind of almost looks like an inverse head and shoulders kind of look, but it's at the top, so it's definitely not that. It could be an inverted roof, depending on how you want to look at it. I mean, it technically is like an inverted roof, but with inverted roofs, you would get like more volatility. And it's still pretty volatile, but it would be more like filled out. You wouldn't have this giant like space right there. You know, you wouldn't have this space of nothingness, but it does have the shape still. But anyways, those are continuation patterns or topping patterns, so not necessarily inherently bullish or bearish, and this thing's too new to really have a direction. Let's put a relative strength index on it just to give it a fair look, but I can't really do too much on the waves of TA with this thing. Double top on the RSI, lower high, higher high. I think you're going lower. I mean, you've kind of already done it though. You've kind of already gone lower. The RSI on the 1 hour doesn't look bad. It's the 1 hour though, so give it 24 hours. That's a lot of iterations to change it. Somewhat of a V-shaped recovery. You topped off. I want to say that you do go lower. I do. I want to say you do. I doubt that you go above this high before you go down to at least 0.0022, if not even all the way down to 0.0013, that area, or lower. So I think you do want to go down. That's bonk with hat. Let's talk about Baby Pepe. Baby Pepe on BNB, right? Let's do it on this one too here. Baby Pepe BNB, wrap BNB here. Yeah, I think this is the one you want, right? I'm assuming this is the one you want, so we're gonna go with that. Unless it's this one. Different. You said wrapped BNB, right? I said dash BNB. This is wrapped BNB right here. There's still two. I know there's multiple, but we're gonna go with this one. Is it the one that's from 7 days? If this is the wrong one again, because I don't remember which one I did, but Mr. Eggroll, man, if this is the wrong one again, tell me how long it's been around instead. 7 days, is it the 7 day, 7 hour one? Is it the 5 month, 5 day one? You know, let me know. 9 months, 16 days, I really don't know. Anyways, I'm going to use this one. It has the highest volume, and it is wrapped on BNB, so we're going to do that. It looks good. Looks like a very bullish chart, actually, for how long it's been existing. To be fair, it's a very, very, very new chart, so that can change at any minute. You could see a giant rug pull just like that. You never know, but this thing it very well could keep working its way up, man. It looks good to me. Relatively speaking, you know, for what it is on this chart, that, by the way, this is so new that TA, it might stand true. It could very well not stand true, but for what it is, I would think you are. You're getting ready to move up now. I doubt you move too much lower. If you do move down at all, I mean, it doesn't look significant on this chart, but it is significant from a price perspective. You could move down like 20% from here, but I definitely think you have higher to go in a short amount of time. So looks good to me, man. Relative volume looks all right, but it's not a whole lot of volume anyways. But yeah, that's Baby Pepe. For what it's worth, I think it wants to go up from here. If it moves down just a little, well, 20% at the most, but still just a little bit for what the chart looks like. Let's talk about Colana for CELOS. Man, all of these are Dex Trainer ones. Colana. Yeah, that'll do. On Radium. On the daily, moving up, moving down, moving all around. Rejecting the 60, double top at the 60 on the RSI. I don't like that, so I do. Someone's car just backfired out there. If anyone knows what that sounds like, it almost sounds like a gunshot, but not as loud. If that makes any sense. But I just heard it. I was like, "What is that?" I was trying to figure out if it was gunshots because it sounded like that at first, but it was definitely a car backfiring because you heard the like as it's going to. But anyways, I think it wants to move down, man. I think this wants to move down. Double top at the 60. Same kind of thing I've been saying. I do. I think it wants to move lower, low to high here. Rejecting the 382, further adding belief that yes, you'll go down to 008, if not even lower than that, but down from here at least to the 618, maybe the 69 area, somewhere in this area, 0068 to 008, potentially down to the 786 or lower though. I think this 0068 area is going to hold as support, so you might get like a relative double bottom with that kind of look and then move up, but down from here for the time being. That's my genuine opinion. Yeah, the 4 hour looks like it wants to go down. So that's Colana. What's the next one? ABT. This one is not on Dex Screener. I mean, I'm sure you could find it on Dex Screener, but arc block here. Yeah, phenomenal. I remember this one. It's absolutely phenomenal. Bottom to top here. What, it moved up 81% that week? Yeah, let's see. How much did it move up overall? Bottom to top, 36x, bro. From October till now, 36x. You're probably going to see a more sustained correction. This is probably going to take months, at least multiple months, like 2 months. It could take more than that. It could take 3 months, 4 months, but you've probably got more downside to come. I would bet you go to 60 cents, if not around there. You're at $1.56 now, so more of a drop to come. You could hold. Some cryptos for some reason have been holding their 236. It's not as common, but it does happen. So you could hold that dollar area. It is a psychological level as well, but the 382 is kind of in the middle of nowhere, so it wouldn't be crazy to hold support on that 236, but I wouldn't be surprised if you went down to your 382, or even, I mean, you really could go all the way back down to 26 cents, 25 cents, 20 cents in that area as well. Overbought, looking like you want to get out of it. When you get out of it, you'll probably start seeing your real moves to the downside, but I don't think you're going to see a move like this, but to the downside. I don't think you're going to see that. I think it's going to be a lot more methodical for some time, bore people out of it, and then when it's time, it'll go. So that's ABT. Down from here, lowest prediction would be around 20 cents, 25 cents, that area. The minimal expectation for a drop would be around $1, and anywhere between there is free game. I'm personally expecting you could go to like 42 cents to 60 cents, that area. That's my personal expectation, but anything and everything between $1 and 20 cents is free game. It's a very big range, but that's the range we got. Lower is what I'm thinking, and it will take time. It'll probably take time. Linu USD. Isn't it Linu? Linu. Or is this a stock? No, is it a stock? No. It'd be Linoof. Maybe it's on here. What did I just find? Volume. That's the one. Luna Inu. Oh, yeah, this is the one, huh? Oh, would you look at that? Huh. I wonder when I made my last analysis on this thing. Because it looks like, I mean, just from where I drew, that looks pretty damn spot on. I don't think I made it on this day. I want to say it was before that. And maybe it was like, I really don't know, but that's kind of cool. Looks like I called one, you guys. Yay, that's good. Let's see. Top to bottom here. 1272, 1414 hit. I bet you pull back. You already pulled back to your 100 though, didn't you? Oh man, not making it easy for me. You could hold support here. You could move higher. Let's look at the 4 hour. Yeah, it's not helping me either, man. Generally, I do look for that 886, but I've seen a few of these cryptos hold their 100 level, especially when it comes to breaking out to new highs. So that's actually a bullish look. I would say if you break below the 701665 area, you're going to 70127, but you might be working your way up to the 7072 area right now, like right now. If you go lower, it won't be by much. But again, if you close below this on a daily basis, likely you'll hold that 886 or maybe even the 786 area, 701 as support. But I do think you want to go higher. So lower maybe first and then higher. Even if you don't go this low, I think relatively speaking you do go lower. That 4 hour doesn't look too bad though. I'm not gonna lie. The 1 hour looks a little bit less good. So yeah, probably a little bit lower first, from here at least. But then I think you've got this soon to come. 707 area, 72. Linu, that's you. And let's move on to Solana. Wait till I get my money right. Whoa. Let's see. 1272 hit perfectly, beautiful. Came all the way back down to your 786 area, 618. Oh no, that's your 69 area. Looking good. You're looking good, Solana. Looking resilient. Closed right around your 60 area. I'd like to see you find support. I would like to see you continue going higher. You could go lower. You could see another like kind of flash wick down and then come up, but I really wouldn't like to see you close below that 120 area. If you do, it's not the end of the world, but if you want more immediate continuation, get a green day today. Keep closing higher. And really what I would think is you're making your way up to like 169. You're at 125 now, so it's not a bad look. I must say it's really not a bad look. But if it closes below the 886, then perhaps you do go a little bit lower for the time being. But inevitably, I do think you're just working your way up as well. Doesn't look bad at all. Yes, it's lower volume for a higher high, but really, like relatively speaking, that is higher volume. It technically is above average volume too with this move, so I think it's fine. Solana looks pretty good in my opinion. YFI, Yearn Finance, man. This coin, what was it? It could be worth, I think I made predictions where I said it could be worth like $1 million this cycle or something like that, which I know sounds crazy, but like the market cap, let's look at the market cap, what that would be. CoinGecko here. YFI. Yearn Finance. 314 million at the current price. Right, that's 81,000. Okay, so it's 100,000, yes. So that's $1 million up there. So that would be a 100x. 100x from here would put it at like a $31 million or $31 billion market cap. So that's possible, yeah. YFI might be the first crypto that's like more or less a legitimate crypto that could be worth $1 million per coin. And that's mainly because, how can it do that? Wouldn't that surpass Bitcoin? I mean, in price, yeah, but in market cap valuation, no. It's because the circulating supply is only 33,000, right? 33,000 versus Bitcoin has 21 million max potential, right? So really it's less than that because there's some that are just gone forever. But anyways, guys, yeah, looks good. Looks pretty good. For possibilities, let's look at that. Let's look at the weekly, see if it looks good for the relative time frames. You know, I'm having a hard time deciding here. Not making it easier. The daily does look good. I think you want to go lower first, but then I think you want to go higher. So probably lower first. You might go to this 60 area in your RSI, continue with this trend a little bit, move down, find a higher low somewhere along this line here, probably like right at the 60 area, and then move up from there. Yeah, that's my genuine opinion. Yes, yes. All right, I got nothing else on that one. I mean, I don't know where you'd go. Let's see, top to bottom. Maybe up to 13,000. You're at 9,400 now. You might see 13,000 soon, if not 12,000, but somewhere around there. Yeah. That's YFI. Manta. Top to bottom. Looking like you want to move up. Looking like you do, yeah. I think you probably want to make your move. You're accumulating right now, or consolidating, whatever you want to call it. You know, I guess it's not really in like an accumulation zone, but more of a consolidation zone. But you could be doing this for weeks, for days. It might be over tomorrow, like who knows. But inevitably, you know, while you're wigging and wagging in this area, you probably don't go too much lower than this price here, $2.57, 58, 56 cents, whatever. And you probably don't go too much higher than $3.23, 24 cents, unless you're ready to break out and go up to like $4.58 or $5.65. But I think what I'm trying to say is when it comes time to breaking, that's not a properly drawn line. Something like this. This is your boxed area. Who knows? It could continue on longer than that. But when it comes time to breaking this box, this is your target area up in here. But how long are you going to be in this box is the question. For the time being, I do think you want to move higher. I do. Yes, I do. weird looking RSI, but that's what you get with weird movements. But nice recovery, one of the better recoveries so far. So yeah, it probably wants to go higher. How much higher? Is it ready to break out? That's the real question, because if it is, you've got a lot higher to go. If not, just a little bit higher to go. But yeah, it looks good for continuation upwards. At least it might consolidate still, but you'll know whenever it's time to break out when you get a day to close above here. When you get a day, really, I'm going to change that actually. When you get a day to close above here, above $3.45, if you have a day close above there, it's go time. That's my genuine opinion. Okay, Manta. Kimbo. Let's look at it. I mean, okay, hold on. Let's just see. All right, this is fine. I like it. I do. You could somewhat be consolidating. I think that if you were to drop from here, you'd still form a higher low, kind of as you have been. Though I don't think you would drop too much lower from here if you do. I don't actually think you'd even go near this area. You might like do something like that. You know, in the midst of everything going crazy to the downside yesterday, you actually held up pretty well. It went crazy to the downside the day before, but let's see, looking at the 4 hour. I'm not a big fan of the 4 hour, but it's not bad looking. Neither is the 2 hour, really. Neither is the 1 hour. So, you know, I do. I think you want to go higher. See you at 3 zeros, 575, 2 zeros, 1, somewhere around there. Is it going to be tomorrow? Is it going to be 2 weeks from now? I don't know, but soon. Probably pretty soon, honestly. That's Kimbo. Looking decent. LTC on Coinbase, Litecoin, right? Oh wait, no, we're not talking about Litecoin yet. Sorry, that's another video, guys. That'll be another video. MLN. For Michael Alberts. Did I give you a shout out, Michael Alberts? I don't know if I did. MLN. We're talking about MLN for Michael Alberts. But anyways, maybe I did. I don't remember, man. I feel like I might have skipped it in the beginning. I might have just went straight to in the list. I might have said DERO for some reason. But I don't know. My memory isn't what it could be, should be. You know, I have a theory, guys, real quick. Aside from TA, and the only reason I'm saying this right now is because I've applied it to myself. And some of you probably already know this, right? You're aware of this, but like words have power. So if you tell yourself you don't have a good memory, or you're bad at remembering names or stuff like that, you probably are. But if you stop saying that, if you really try to start having a good memory, you start trying to remember names, you'll find that you're actually pretty damn good at it. Just stop saying that you are bad at it. It's almost like you put that on yourself, so then it's like it just becomes a prejudice within yourself, so you don't even assume that you can do it, so your brain just automatically doesn't try. But if you actually make an active effort to try and remember things, as strange as that might sound, you'll find you can actually improve your memory just through like thinking that you can, if you believe you can, if that makes any sense. I don't know. Perfect example, man. I feel like, you know, once upon a time I was known as like being kind of klutzy at like one job I had, and I hated it. I hated everybody like made me feel like I was clumsy, and I would do things like day to day that like remained clumsy. But then I went to my new job, and I like beginning at that job, I did something where like I almost dropped some stuff, and then I caught it, and someone was like, "Whoa, that was really graceful. You had a nice save there." And I was like, "Yeah, I'm pretty good. I'm very graceful," stuff like that. And I started saying that and like kind of embodying that. And man, I haven't been clumsy since then. Like really haven't been. And I don't know. Maybe that's just a weird one-off thing, a coincidence. You know, I don't know. Maybe I was younger and then I got older. I learned how to be less clumsy. I don't know, but I think the whole point of that, you guys, the mind is powerful, and what you tell yourself you can and can't do often is true, right? It's like what my father has always said, and I'm sure a lot of people have heard this, but whether you think you can or you think you can't, you're right. That's the saying. Whether you think you can or you can't, you're right. So think you can. Why think you can't whenever you can? But anyways, all that stemmed from me questioning if I had a good memory or not. Accumulating, looking like you're accumulating. Getting ready to move higher, definitely getting ready to move higher. Is it going to be this week? Is it going to be next week? Is it going to be 2 months from now? I don't know. I feel like I'm saying that with a lot of coins, but a lot of these are looking like they want to pop. Just when is the question. When you're in your accumulation range, I would say when you break above $25.30 on a weekly closing basis, it'll probably be time to move dramatically higher, like potentially up to $50, $51, $74, even all the way up to like your all-time highs. Like you're going to have a nice move up, but when is the question. So until then, I guess I'm looking for price action like this. It literally could be sometime in May that you break out. It could be this week or next week. It's hard to say, but when you do break out, big move up. Maybe not that big, maybe not that fast, but bigger move up for sure. Bigger than you've seen in a while. Bigger than this. Maybe not bigger than that in 1 week, but bigger than that overall. So looking good, looking good. It's in an accumulation range, so it's a perfect area to DCA. That's my genuine opinion. If it goes lower, not by much. If it goes higher, I would think not by much. You're probably going to consolidate a little bit more, but I could be wrong. DERO. Dero. Whoa, bro. Nice. Nice move up. Looking good. Oh. I zoom out on the monthly and I'm like, I'm a little bit less excited on it. Let's see. I want to look it up on here, see if it's on here. Nope, not on there. So I'm not going to do that. Is this the only platform it's on? Yeah, looks like it. Okay. Not an easy one. You pumped up a lot, so it's like you could reject. Reject or retrace. You could see a standard retracement, but maybe this party's just getting started and you have more to go. It's hard to say. Very overbought on the RSI. I'm going to stick with it. I'm going to be conservative and say you probably do pull back. You probably pull back to about $3.60, if not lower, and then we could talk about you going higher. That's DERO, DERO, CVP, Power Pool. On Binance, sure. Yeah, look at you. Accumulation range as well. I really like this bottom. It looks nice. I love this little, I don't know, it's kind of ugly on this side, but this divot to the nice U there, that's a nice look. Let's look at this real quick. Make sure it's not another one of those market caps going up while the price is going down. It's sad whenever I see stuff like that. Concentrated voting power. Total supply locked. Value, I don't care. Let me see. Where is it? Circulating supply, this. Total supply is that. I'm not a big fan. Let's look at this. Market cap, log, max. Looks like that bears resemblance to the price. So that's nice. So yes, there are coins that have yet to be unlocked, but maybe they have a better release kind of time frame. There are some that are locked, so I don't know. I wish I knew the tokenomics, but that's okay. Token rights, staking. So it's probably through staking and voting that you get participating in the ecosystem. So that's probably a slow release, I would assume. Yeah, you could see a quick. That's a pretty low market cap right there, 16 million. You could see this thing move up quick. Now, when again is the question? When, right? Because you could move all the way up to, you're at 50 cents right now. You can move all the way up to 72 cents and then pull back to around this area, even lower, and then go up. Who knows? And this could be months later, and then you finally break out sometime in November. Who knows how long it takes? You are in this accumulation phase. I would say that you're looking to break out of it. We can start to speculate that you're looking to break out of it if and when you close above about 64 cents, or truthfully, probably, I would say definitely when you close above 83 cents. That's when you're going to get this really big, fantastic move that'll take you who knows where, man. Top to bottom here. $1.13, $1.68, $3.57, anything and everything in between, and potentially higher than that. Genuinely potentially higher than that. Let's look at it, see if we find a longer chart. Yeah, I mean, $10, like who knows, man. Not a bad looking accumulation range. So same thing, accumulation range means not a bad place to DCA. I would not look to sell the dumps or buy the pumps. You know, just try to do the opposite, right? Buy the lows, don't sell the highs. Just continue to accumulate. None of this is financial advice, but I think if you're patient, if you wait, it'll inevitably blow the hell up, man. It'll do well. But that's CVP DAO DAO maker. I don't know what to do. I mean, obviously, looking at it, it's in a downtrend. It'd be safe to assume that it'd go down. So let's do that. Let's assume it does. It probably does go down to 44 cents. You're at $1.05 now. 44 cents you go. Yeah. Crypto's bullish right now, but you have not had a higher high yet. I don't like that. You're rejecting your 100 area twice. After seeing, I would automatically, off of these fibs, assume you will see the 44 cent area before making another attempt to break this downtrend. Yeah, I do. I think you're going lower. Definitely. Yep. Not impressed. I'm not impressed by this past week. 23% up to the upside. That's nice, but not impressed. So lower you go. That's my genuine opinion. Change my opinion. Get above this high. Get above that high. Get above the 886 at $1.48.6. If you get above there, we can talk about it being more immediately bullish. But until then, down. Down is what I think. That's DAO. DAO. Pepe versus Wojak. Mug Music says that he thinks they move together, so let's put that to the test. Yeah. We'll compare it to Wojak. Whoa, 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 whoa. So this is Wojak, this little price down there. This is Pepe. They do look pretty similar, actually, don't they? They do. Pepe looks more bullish, but let's see how much did this go from 30276 all the way up to 3. It's a big move. That's about the same price movement wise, percentage wise, I think. What am I trying to do here? Oh yeah, I want to throw the correlation coefficient on there. Let's just see. Apply. It says 0. I don't believe that. I think that's a glitch. Yeah, it's glitching out, so that's not. It says correlated a lot right now. Okay, well, whatever. That doesn't help out too much, unfortunately. But fortunately enough, we do have eyeballs. Yeah, I would say they do. Oddly enough, they do move together. It's not completely one-to-one synchronized, but yeah, they do. I think that's a nice notice. You know, my thoughts are, and I don't know what Wojak is, but maybe it's a meme coin. Let's see. Wojak meme coin. Looks like it's a meme coin. Yes. Okay. So yeah. Cool. Yeah, they seem to move together. Interestingly enough, man, I wish I actually. Let's see. Let's look up Wojak here. I mean, I got no reasonable explanation for that. Perhaps like the best explanation would be it's a meme coin. Pepe's a meme coin. Pepe's kind of like the one of the main attention getters for meme coins right now, and you know, similar money going into Pepe might be going into Wojak as well. That might be what it is. Wojak itself is I'd say it's a pretty comparable meme in itself to Pepe in the crypto space, so that could be the reason, but I'm just speculating here, man. They do look a little bit different on the charts, of course, but I mean, for what it's worth, key points, when you're moving up, this thing's moving up. When you find your top, this thing's found its top, it's moving down. When you find your low here, this thing found its low. You have a positive week, like on an extreme side, so does Wojak. You're moving up here, you find your top, Pepe. Wojak was 1 week off from that. You both blew the hell up on the same week. Like it does look pretty well. So as far as which one moves higher, I don't know. Let's look. So Pepe moved up 331% last week. Wojak moved up 132%. Okay, so still looks like Pepe does better. But yeah, I'm not going to spend too much more time on that. But yeah, Mug Music, I think that's a genuine comparison to make there. I think they do move together. SUI, USD, SUI, United States dollar, bottom to top. You probably go down to about $1 from here. You're at $1.44. I bet you do go to $1. Genuine opinion, yeah. The fact that you extended past this, I want to see what's it on Binance. Oh, that's not what I wanted. Binance. Is there anything with more historical data? That kind of looks right. Yeah, I mean, you basically completed your V. You're probably going to pull back from here. And again, that would take you down to around $1. I bet you're going to $1. Genuine expectation. If not, I mean, you could go way lower. You could move all the way down to like 76 cents, but I think $1. I think $1 is where you're going. Down. Let's look at the daily RSI real quick. Yeah, lower. Weekly RSI looks like it wants to roll over a little bit more, so that's SUI. Let's talk about Elon now. Sure. Okay, we're going to do it on Dex Screener. Okay, looking good, yeah. 50% up last week. You're up 25% this week. Nice, because Dogecoin's doing its thing. Dogecoin probably pulls back, so I would think that this thing probably pulls back as well. Yeah, at 16 cents, went all the way up to 20 cents, man. I do think Dogecoin will probably pull back to around 10 cents, so that would imply that this probably does as well. You can just see the charts somewhat similar, right? They're somewhat similar. You're in an accumulation range right now. Does look like you're breaking out of this downtrend. It definitely does. But I would think that now that you've made the break, you probably see some kind of expected retracement, let's call it. So somewhere around 60257 or lower, probably lower. Top to bottom here. Hit your 1786, tipped it. And then where's your 382 relative to this fib? 382 is below the 12. Yeah, so you probably do. You go to 60257 all the way down to 60226, somewhere in that area. I think you're going lower is really all I got to say. So lower. Lower. That's Elon. Shiba. Talking about the dog memes together. There we go. I didn't mean for that. They got requested around the same time. Shiba also doing good things. I'm glad we kind of compared Dogecoin real quick because I do think Dogecoin's going down. I think Shiba could go down as well. Look at Shiba, man. All the way up at a 99 on the RSI on a daily. It's never been this high ever. That's a testament of strength. It's not a bad thing, right? A lot of people see, oh, it's at the highest it's ever been. That means it's overdue for a correction. I mean, yes, probably. But that doesn't mean that it's going to go like dramatically lower, right? Like, I mean, well, maybe dramatically lower technically, but I don't think that it's going to break this low is all I'm saying. I would expect that you would see some kind of regular retracement. I don't know. All the way up at the 1886. You could go down to 40238. Perhaps you go to 4022 around there. Yeah, that makes sense around there. Somewhere around that area between this 1272 and the 382 here. That makes sense to me. So yeah, lower. That would be anything from from the current price at about 403595. That'd be a 32 to 40% drop or more, potentially a 45% drop even. Yeah, Shiba's probably going down. That's my genuine opinion. I feel like I say that after every one. I'm like, that's my genuine opinion. And that there is my genuine opinion. CPH, accumulation range at the base of it. Probably a decent area to accumulate, honestly. It's probably not going to be too exciting until it is. So if it moves down, it's not going to be by much. If it moves up, it's not going to be by much. But when it is time to go, you'll probably move up to this 7 cent area. You're at 1.5 cents, just a little bit below that right now. You might consolidate up here and then really see your big move going, but I do like this kind of little formation you got going. It really could take longer to form, but whenever it's ready, this could do well. It really could do well. Perfect time to accumulate. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but best analysis I could give for the more immediate term. It's going to be boring. If while all cryptos are being so exciting over the past couple weeks, few months even, this thing's just being boring, it'll probably keep being boring until who knows when. But whenever it's not boring, it'll definitely see some dramatic improvements to the upside. But that's CPH, PLI now, plug in. Oh wait, hold on now. I want to make sure. Okay, yeah, that's right. PLI USD on BitTrue. Also accumulating. Same thing. I would say the exact same analysis. You're going to be boring until you're not. And whenever you're not going to be boring is whenever you have a week that, nope, that's not it. When you have a week that closes above 5 cents. You get a week that closes above 5 cents, you're probably getting ready to move up back toward this high. And then you break that high, you're absolutely going to go higher. So let's see. Top to bottom. That's not right. Come on now. There we go. I mean, when it's time to go, you got a 23 and 42 cent price target. That'll probably happen in a very short amount of time. When I say happen in a short amount of time, I don't mean it happens in a short amount of time from now. I just mean when it goes. This short amount of time that it takes to get up there could happen in November, but then it takes like 2 or 3 weeks to do it, or like a month or so to do it. But it could be 2 months, 3 months. Who knows how long that you're going to be in this area accumulating for. Good area to DCA. I like a lot of these. They look like they're in this accumulation phase, so that's really nice. It gives you an opportunity to get in before it really starts taking off. I like seeing stuff like that. Assuming, again, this is all assuming that these coins do have the capacity to pump. If they do pump, that's the price targets I'm giving them. Not just because I'm saying that those are the price targets does not mean that they are destined for that. They absolutely could just end up being nothing forever, right? Like they could end up doing nothing. And that's what you get with a lot of these altcoins that have low caps, that don't have a lot of history behind them or a lot of attention on them. You're taking a leap of faith to see if they actually do come back to life. And most of them I bet do, but there's always those ones that they never recover. They never make a name for themselves or like go up, so that does happen. Speaking from personal experience. So just because I say, hey, we're at 4 cents now, we could see this thing go all the way up to 60 cents in a very short amount of time, whenever it's time, doesn't mean that you should throw your house at this thing, right? Small nibbles here and there if you want, but not financial advice. You do what you want. You do what you want, but I kind of would assume that this thing does move up. I do like the structure, but for whatever it's worth. And it's only on BitTrue, so if and when it gets listed on other exchanges, that'll probably be cause for movements up. That's PLI. Let's talk about DNT, not DMT. You don't talk about that. I mean, you can talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it, but you can talk about it, whoever you are. That's something someone on DMT would say. Let's see here. Bottom to top here. It's just the same thing over and over again, guys. You're in an accumulation range. Probably going to be boring. You just got overbought. Now you're not. I do like the weekly RSI. But that's not a good drawing of it right here. But you probably come back down, so you're probably going to be boring for at least a couple months or so, and then whenever it's time, you'll break and it'll be fantastic. I got nothing really else to say. So lower, probably not lower than this low, but probably lower than this still. And then when you move up, it probably won't be too dramatic. You're going to consolidate, and then boom, it could happen next week. It could happen 3 months from now. But whenever you do break out, big pop to the upside. So another one of those that's just kind of accumulating, right? Until it's not. Let's talk about mirror. Accumulated, broke out, nice volume. Definitely looks legitimate in my opinion. Bottom to top here. Pulled back a little bit already, haven't you? Let's look at the daily. I mean, if you pulled back to 5.4 cents, you're at 10 cents now. That wouldn't be crazy. I mean, look at you, man. You hit 98. That's an insane level on the RSI. You really could. You could pull back a lot with that. So don't be surprised. Yes, you do have lower highs, technically you could be looking for a lower low, but I doubt it. I would think somewhere around the 382, maybe just below it. You could pull even all the way back down to like 3.6 cents, 3 cents itself. But between 5.4 and 3 cents, that's probably where you're going, and then continuing upwards. That to me looks like a nice break. I think you will continue upwards, but for now, consolidate a little bit. It's very common after you get those breakouts to just kind of consolidate and then move up higher. But I absolutely do think you're going to move higher. This looks like the real deal. So for the time being, probably boring and then higher. Miro, whatever it is, MIR, mirror, arrow. Ooh. Let's see here. Lower, 28 cents, 28.7 cents or lower is where you're going. Confident in that. Yeah, I don't like the 4-hour RSI. I don't like the daily. I don't even see the whole thing, and I know it's probably going lower. I think so. Lower highs, lower lows. Below 382 you go, which is at 28.8, 28.7 cents. When you go below there, that might be where you find your low. Could you go lower than that? Sure, but I think you might find support around this 382. Just a little bit below it, though, is what I'm thinking. That's arrow. Let's talk about ABT and finish this bad boy up. ABT arc block. Didn't we already talk about ABT? We did. We already talked about it. So, my bad. Not 28 cryptos. It's 27 cryptos. They were all cryptos, but I put the same one on there twice. So I already gave my analysis on this one. It's probably going to pull back, guys. It's probably pulling back. It could pull back anywhere from its 382 to its 61869 area, right? That's what I said. 20 cents to 60 cents, somewhere in there. I mean, I guess $1 at the closest is where it could go, right? But that's what we got. So if you guys like the video, hit that like button. There's a lot of them that look good, man, that look ready for potential upside. It's hard to say which one's a winner because there's a lot that like have the potential to do well. Which one was it? It might have been, was it Fort? Looks like it wants to go up more immediately. It might be Fort. Fort might be the winner. Looks like it wants to grow the most in the shortest amount of time. It's still going to be in its accumulation range, but I mean, a 50% growth is what we're looking for in a short amount of time. Again, assuming it doesn't break below that 382, because if it does, then you will go lower, but I kind of got a good feeling about it personally. But there might have been another one. I can't remember, but Fort definitely stood out in my opinion. So that's that, guys. If you like the video, hit that like button, subscribe if you want to see more. Thank you all for coming. I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.